Yeah, here's another tip too. Don't just run the dishwasher a little bit through the drain cycle for 1 minute and then think, okay, we don't have a problem there. Sometimes it takes longer than that. I actually did the initial service call on this, and I was here for 10-15 minutes, and I reported back, hey, everything looks dry, nothing's here. After I did that, I waited a little bit longer because the cycle had not completed. But you know what? Before the cycle ended, I then found the water. I then found the cabinet was wet underneath, and it wasn't wet until that second go round. So don't call things good until you run it through the entire cycle. Here's another tip for you too. Yes, all about tips, baby. The report was that there was a leak around the sink somewhere. You look underneath here, what do you suppose I see down here? I see rust, first off. See, here's some rust on the cabinet, and they had a fly swatter back here too. This is all rusty, and that tells me they had some activity down there before. Even though if the cabinet is dry, you got to figure, okay, how did that happen? Maybe somebody didn't dry it up. Maybe there's hardly any water there. How can that water get there and then dry back up? Think about the dishwasher and how it works, and that might be the culprit. It was funny too. The first time they called me over here, they said they had a little drip, and I couldn't find anything except right underneath the P-trap there was a little dot of water. And so I looked at that, and it was because somebody had hit this by accident. This nut was a little loose, and this was slid down a little bit, and the pipe that goes out to the wall, it should be angling straight or maybe tilted up a little bit and running out. It was coming down at an angle, and I was like, what's the deal with that? Because this nut was loose, and this had been all shoved down about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Well, not an inch and a half, at least an inch. And that caused this other line to be crooked, so I knew something was wrong. I loosened that up, took my hand here, pushed that back up where it was supposed to go, and saw that this was level. Not level, it was kind of going down at a slight angle to the wall, and that's what you want. And I tightened this back up, I checked for leaks, wiped that up, and I called it good. With just my luck, that was a coincidence. They called me, that was one leak. Well, you know what? There were 2 leaks here, so sometimes look around and spend a little bit more time on it if you think you need to. Coincidences do happen. Okay, moment of truth. I'm patting this down. No water. Nothing. You can do that. You can run a paper towel or something, Kleenex, you know, whatever. But that's usually the best way. Wipe this all down. Make sure it's all dry. And then just kind of feel it with your hand after you test everything out. If you're fixing a sink or something like that, or a P-trap, anything like that, you know, run the sink for a while and make sure you have it. Look up there, shine a flashlight up there, because maybe you might see a drip here where the P-trap is. You're thinking it's from the trap. Well, it might not be the trap. It might be a pipe that's up above the trap. It might be running down, dripping down somewhere, running along here and then running down this way, collecting right there, and drip, drip, drip. Same thing with the garbage disposal. I've had a garbage disposal before. The water was dripping out the bottom. They thought it was all rusty on the bottom. Well, I shined my flashlight, turned the water on, and son of a gun, there was water dripping on the top of this on the back side from the sink faucet, and it was running down the side, and it was coming down the back and then collecting here and then dripping. And I found it, and it was the sink faucet, not the garbage disposal. So check things out. Hey, well, you know what? I think I got it. Now I can put the cabinet doors back. I always like to take the cabinet doors out of my way if they have the quick release hinges. That way I don't spring a cabinet door by accident or break it. Something like that. Okay? Now I can load everything back in there, and I'm home free.
That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.